One of the scariest situations you can be in is to be a victim of a criminal impersonation. A criminal impersonation happens when a crime is committed and made to look like another person committed the crime other than the real perpetrator. Such a situation happened to an individual who we will call Pavel to protect his identity. Pavel was a prosperous businessman in a large city when his life took an unpleasant turn. Police arrived at his home and informed him that there were charges against him for theft and swindling. He was accused, among other things, of using a forged document and false identification to withdraw large sums of money at a local bank. A security camera at the bank recorded a vehicle that matched Pavel's car and license plate. Pavel was fortunate enough to have the financial resources to hire a top-level attorney team and a private investigator. Pavel suspected that his car had been temporarily stolen to commit the crime. However, the crime took place at a time when Pavel was out shopping, and the car showed no signs of forced entry. His private investigator, Farrell Levslin, took a close examination of the video footage taken from the bank. He discovered that the car in the video footage had a small scratch that was not present in Pavel's car. At this point, Levslin made an experiment. He used an online license plate template and printed out a sample with a fictional plate number of 123-456. Levslin glued the fictional plate on top of the car's real plate. He then went to the bank where the video was taken and drove the car with the fictional license plate number in front of the security cameras. He asked the manager for a copy of the footage from his experiment with the fictional plate number. Levslin compared the two videos and concluded that the real criminal must have owned an identical car and simply copied Pavel's plate number and printed out a fake license plate with Pavel's number. He asked police to examine all cars in the area that matched the same model and color as Pavel's car. Police discovered a vehicle that was identical to Pavel's car less than 2 kilometers from Pavel's home. That vehicle had glue residue on its license plate, and the owner had recently made large purchases that were well beyond his means given the fact that he was unemployed. Levslin presented his findings to police, and all charges against Pavel were withdrawn. Furthermore, police continued to investigate their new suspect who could not provide a convincing explanation for the large amount of cash that he had in his home. Police eventually charged him and he was convicted of all the charges and sentenced to 12 years in prison. Pavel realized that he had just avoided spending 12 years in prison for a crime he did not commit. He started an organization to help investigate people wrongfully convicted, and he convinced the government of his country to penalize criminal impersonation. The government passed a retroactive law making criminal impersonation a high crime. The man who impersonated Pavel received an additional sentence of 10 years, for a total of 22 years in a high-security prison. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe.